Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Get Into It. Today we got checking in straight from the palace, Miss Princess A.V. Coming through from the West Coast, Miss California Cutie. And the best beard on YouTube, Mr. Shady B. And myself, Mace Moreau. Here with the Real Housewives of Potomac review. Hope y'all brought your drinks, because I did.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Get Into It. I was about to say Let's Get Into the Panel, but the Crown Jewels panel. But let's get into
that too.
We're back to review another episode of Potomac, our favorite housewives. I'm here with J-Lo.
I'm giving a little bit of, you thought I was feeling you?
It's got to be blonde and it's got to be a little bit short on the side.
Yeah, don't get, because hers is all the way up. You know, she got the little afro one.
It's a little up here and not so much down here.
Yes, I'm giving. Oh, Ricky, you're so fine. You go, mama.
Or I mean, you're stepping into the 80s. I feel it. I like it.
Yeah, you know. I gotta deliver a look. A little era.
The little color.
A
little something.
You know what I mean? I gotta start, talking real good out, and then I gotta talk with a Puerto Rican accent and be ghetto on top of that. Gotta be real ghetto.
Already here.
Hey Cleo. Hey Carol. Hey Ray.
Thank you guys for showing up, and everybody who's gonna join us soon. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna go ahead and bring everybody up. The next person, we got the West Coast. They said it's the best coast, but I don't know.
Well,
don't start no stuff for me and my sis. Hello.
How you doing tonight, CC?
I'm doing very well. They say it never rains in California. They lie.
It's raining.
That's why y'all got a water shortage.
It's raining.
No, not the water shortage. There's water shortage over there too?
That's what I heard.
It's always a water shortage.
Oh, wow.
And on top of that, they tried to shut us down on the water. They started telling us about Dwayne Wade's water bills
and Kim Kardashian
and the Kardashians, because we was they were trying to shut our water supply.
It was that tight. I don't know if they're monitoring how much water you use.
Well, what the Kardashians got to do with the water?
Tens of thousands of dollars of water a month.
They probably jacuzzi
and them waves is doing a lot.
Well, they probably got to soak them booties. They got to submerge them butts. Them sluts got to submerge them butts. So that's it.
Is this how we're going to start off the show? Is this
starting off with sluts submerging their butts?
You got to do what
you
got
to do. Bring in the the princess of the palace, Princess AV. Thanks for joining us.
How y'all doing? Hey, everybody in the chat. How are you? Look, I'm supposed to have a crown on, aren't I?
Where's your crown, twin?
Hold on. Why you tell me before I got on camera? Nobody even noticed that. Hold on. Let me grab one.
But
we gotta make a PSA. Shady. People may get offended and they call it slut shaming. Age shaming. And I just wanted to send a PSA. Directly from our channel. That if anybody gets offended from what we say, we don't care. Like we don't. We don't.
Hey, Shady, where you drink? Shady, where you drink? Let's drink to that.
We don't. We came down to the channel to have fun. These are all jokes. These are fun. This is lighthearted jokes. If you take it serious, this is definitely the wrong channel because we may offend you and you may call this shaming and all types of stuff. But
I feel what we give is our opinions, and that's just that. It's just our opinions, you guys.
Yeah, but they're lighthearted jokes. But everybody's so offended to, oh my God, you can't say someone's a whore because you're hoe shaming. Since when? This is why the world is going in the direction that it's going into, because nobody's ashamed anymore. This is why fools are making money off of stupidness, because no one's ashamed no more. Like, you need to be ashamed. Like, if you slutting around, you a slut. You know what I'm saying? You what?
Well, we're gonna talk about the alleged people that's been in the streets on Potomac. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of cheating rumors going around, and it's a lot of.
You shouldn't. You know what's shady? As one of the I'm a BW. I'm going to be a basic woman and think everything is shame. Oh my God, they're black shaming. They're fat shaming. Why are you cheating shaming, Shady? You can't. That's cheating shaming.
Well, they're doing it on the show. I'm just here to talk about.
You shouldn't shame a person for cheating. Like, if they're cheating on their wife, let them cheat in peace. That's cheating shaming.
But if you cheating in peace, that means you also have to be smart enough to not get caught.
Well, we don't want to shame him for cheating.
So we're gonna jump into the first scene of the episode where Ashley and Candace are hanging out. I guess Candace invites Ashley over for a charcuterie board of sorts. She has sushi, and I saw some other stuff, and it looked pretty good. So
I said Chris ain't the only chef in that family.
Yeah, I forgot Chris is a chef, so I'm sure Chris made that stuff that she was serving, because it did look good.
It did.
So she invites her over. I was looking hopeful for their friendship. I really feel like those two, if they were friends, they would be a really dynamic duo. They would really, they could really take Potomac by storm, but it just never happens that way, you know. So, but it was good for this moment for me to see them together talking, and Ashley's talking about her separation, and Michael getting a vasectomy. She also mentions that they're separated, still while living in the same house, which I don't see nothing wrong with that. And Candace reveals that she canceled her IVF after one session. Personally, I thought that it was a cop-out to blame the ladies. Just say that you didn't really want to go through with it. You didn't want to. It's a process. IVF is a process. And it's not for everybody. So I think that when it came down to it, she wasn't willing to go through what people really go through that try to have kids. But what do you think, Cece? So far?
Well, I was kind of agreeing with what you said on that part. I think she is having second thoughts, and I don't believe that she needs. I mean, she's not trying to have a baby right now. I just really feel like she can do it regular. I don't feel like she needs to freeze her eggs, but that's just me. I just feel like
just you.
You know, I just feel like she don't need to do that. Now, if it doesn't work, because I feel like she should be ready to have her family now.
Mm-hmm.
Almost about that time. She said at the end of this year, which is we're coming to the end of this year right now, so I'm about to start trying to do that. But anyway, the charcuterie board did look good. Chris probably did a good job on that. I'm with you. I wish they would get it together, because they came in, you know, they showed them as both pageant sisters, you know, not sisters, but you know what I mean, in the pageant world. So that they already had that. They were the young hot girls, while Giselle and Karen, you know, were the women of a particular age, and still can, you know, lash out or help them in, you know, helping them out, you know, bringing them to Potomac and, you know, getting them together. So I would have loved to see that. So I'm kind of disappointed that that's not happening. So the beginning of that scene was cool though. I enjoyed it.
What do you think, Mace, about that first scene with the charcuterie board?
Oh, the food looked good. I think it was really cute, and I was wishing, like you said, for their friendship, because they're both young girls in the pageant world, and you would think it would work out, but I don't think so. The more I'm watching, I like Ashley for TV, but her character as a person, like what she's showing as a character through her friendship, is no bueno. Like it is no bueno. It's not good. Like her character as a person, like the way she, like, I think is very undermining, like, and sneaky, and I didn't like it. I don't like it. And
I think she's a producer of sorts.
Yeah, I think she's like so calculating. I think she's very calculating So she knows every step to move. I'm going to sit there, you know, I'm coming there, eat the chakuchi, you know, on the chakuchi board with her, you know, with her whatever, and, you know, get her guards down so she'll be more comfortable around me so I could come in, you know, got you, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Candace not innocent either, because she does mention rumors about Ashley being out with a hockey player, which she didn't really deny. And then she actually kind of laughed.
No, but yeah, but she brought that up to say that Giselle talks. It wasn't like she was just trying to be messy. I think Candace in that instant, and I'm taking up for Candace in her wig, but I think she brought that up to say, well, you know, Giselle talks and you know how she schemes and you know what she does. I've watched her scheme and plot, and I know you have because you knew her longer, and to the point that I know that you were out with a hockey player. How do I know that? And she's supposed to be, I think she brought it up to that fact. I don't think she was just bringing it up to be messy. She was just trying to prove a point.
She also brought up Karen sleeping around too. But Princess, what do you think about the little charcuterie board? And
I don't know why I missed the coochie board part, but I saw them making this stuff. But anywho, it doesn't take. I guess every time I see it, like I remember seeing it on the show, but every time I see it, like this has been 2-3 episodes. And remember last season, Candace was making coochie boards. I think now it's a trend on every show. Everybody got a coochie board on their show. You know what I'm saying? Some Lunchables. Look, you could go down to the Aldi's and they already got the meat rolled up for you. Okay, actually, I got the whole pack. You could buy the meat and the cheese pack together and just lay it nice. Get you some pepperonis, lay it nice, and a glass of wine. Like, get you some grapes. Bam, your coochie board done in less than 5 minutes, unless you got a real fancy one, but that with some salmon and all that. But that's a whole nother story. But you can still get that good stuff from Aldi. So it's a cheap way to look fancy and to feed people because without paying. And I think that's something else that they're doing. We have food. They don't want to pull the pay you more. Where I don't want to feed y'all. But I'm just gonna get me a crab sandwich and keep it moving. So no, you spend about $15-$20 on a good old coochie board, and you can sit there and have.
But now they're having charcuterie board parties. Like people are having charcuterie board parties. They're bringing in pizza coochies, ice cream, and all types of different, you know, charcuterie boards for parties. I'm like, child.
Yeah, they're coming back.
I think they're on trend, you know. So now people feel like they're doing something with a coochie board. Last year, it was crab legs. Nevertheless,
got crab legs on a coochie board.
I'm with CC.
Hey, ranting.
I don't think that's that's some again new age trending shit. Women can have babies until 60s if they really wanted to. Sarah had a baby at 94, I think. You know, it just depends on when your body stop working. And I'm not saying have kids at an old ass age, because trying to chase some little ass kids when you get older and listen to crying ass babies. Look, your patience is a little bit different the older you get. Your body is a little different the older you get. Trying to birth a baby is harder the older you get. And yes, she might be in a geriatric pregnancy, but that doesn't mean she can't get pregnant. I think part of that is the society pushing that on her, that she needs to freeze her eggs for whenever she has her baby. Look, you'll have your children in God's time if he wants you to have them. And I at one time wanted to sell my eggs because I had my babies young. And baby, that is a good price tag on selling children, okay? But when they got to talking about you got to shoot yourself up with all them hormones for 6 months, and you got to do this and take all them supplements, I was like,
do you think that's why Candace stopped her IVF journey? Is because it
can be overwhelming. I think it was just overwhelming to her.
And yeah, but I think it wasn't even her first choice. I think this was just pretend. I think that she's not really ready for a child right now. Like Princess said, women can have babies much longer than we think.
Yeah, she's not an old woman.
Instead of the world puts out there like you got to have a baby before you're 30, you got to have a baby before you're 40. But no, you don't have to in God's time, whatever. And if you don't want a baby right now and you want to be running around with a walker trying to chase a baby, that's on you. Nobody got to chase that baby around but you. But it is a little more difficult because like even with me, it's difficult. Like now, I don't want to. Sometimes I don't want to go like to certain stuff, whatever, and you still gotta go and run. Like I wish I was hoeing at a younger age and had babies like around 14. I wish I had a teen pregnant. 14. I wish I had because my friends was pregnant. Like my friends was high pregnancies at 14.
They probably made it
my age, basically.
Technically, before we came into the Western culture that we know now. As slaves and just, I want to say from the 1800s to the early, maybe 1940s, 30s, whatever, it was normalized to go get you a husband. Like you was trained up by 13, 14 years old. You needed to learn how to cook and clean and start getting you a husband. And you was married by the time you was 18.
But that's even in Roman times. Like we go back to Egyptian times. They get married at 12.
You could have you a husband at 15, 16 years old and start having some babies.
But it's still in some countries in India, the women are married off at 13 and they're having babies, like still to this day.
I still don't like that.
I don't like that either. But when I look back and I see my friends' kids, like my friends' kids is my age. Like how your friend, like my friends' kids, they're old, and now they get to live their lives. Like my friends are going on vacation, they're going to Hawaii, they're going all these places because their kids are like 40. So I'm like, they was like, well, girl, you should have been in them books. You should have been in the streets with us, and you could have. And I'm like, you wouldn't have been sitting there stuck with kids. Now we could going out, and you can't. And I'm like, damn. And I be contemplating like,
it's her birthday now. I argue with her because I'm like, the other day I was like, so you gonna go out? She was like, well, I gotta get a babysitter. But when I had my babies and she was in college and she was hoeing and she got married early, but she never had no kids. And she used to make fun of me. Oh, you need a babysitter. Oh, you can't go out. Oh, and I'm like, well, I had a baby. So what? But guess what? Now I'm in my 40s and she's at home, got to find a babysitter. I was like, and see, now the rest of us could be out here hoeing and enjoying.
Yeah, and it didn't matter. Like we don't realize at the young age, it didn't really matter then. Like right then, like it didn't matter. But now the tides have turned because I used to do the same thing to my friends, like your hoes, like you're out there rocking them babies, you rocking them babies. I'm in the street, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm sitting here like, girl, I can't, and they like, bye, bitch, I'm like, shit.
I just feel like what God has for you is for you. You should never cover what somebody else's has. You don't know what they've been through to get it.
That's a fact.
You should just appreciate what you have. What God has for you will be for you. That's what I feel. True. So let's move forward to the next scene. It's me talking with G, but really, I don't care about that conversation. I was looking at them greens that she had on the plate. I don't think she cooked them greens long enough. Them greens, because I'm from the South, and I'm real critical of greens. What she served, it looked like, number one, they could have been on the stove for maybe another hour, 30 minutes. I didn't see no.
They were sauteed. Because I didn't remember seeing the greens.
You can eat them raw. You can eat greens raw.
My sister,
it's healthier.
You have to wash them first.
And it has like this bite, a little bit of crunch on it. She sauteed it with garlic and olive oil and her wok. And I had never, my mama from the South, and Princess already, she had my mama's greens. So I say that to say, I know what you're talking about. Greens is a certain way you cook them, and
we cook them a different way down here. We just,
but when you have,
that's the way you cook them. But now you could cook them like kale and stuff a little bit less if you want to eat them raw.
Yeah, my husband likes it like that. He likes it more crispy. It might like more crispy. I like my greens regular. Like cut them down. You got to throw, a ham hock. You got to put that ham hock burnt right in the middle of that pot.
I got you. I got you.
I got some turkey.
Yes, ain't nothing like
turkey in the freezer. Okay.
And don't get a piece of it when you scoop out the greens, but you ain't got a piece of that hog mog. That what you doing? How dare you?
Yeah, I feel what y'all saying. I'm not taking. I'm just saying. I don't, just to be, fair. We're not saying they're not good. They might have just been sauteed and not,
I'm saying they didn't look good. I don't think
I didn't see them. I don't remember seeing them.
Yeah, that's how good the daughter was talking about the greens and not the cornbread when she was like, because I'm like, girl, you have to chew those.
I was looking at the greens, but she pulled them greens out and they were stiff. I didn't know what to do with myself. I've never seen stiff greens like that. But
that's that new age shit, Shady.
I'm not used to that. I've never seen that before.
I guess when you got money, you don't got time to cook the greens all the way down.
You got to boil them things to death. You got to boil them to
call
death.
her mama.
Right? You don't got time. Like she like, I don't got time to cook these greens all the way down. I'm gonna just throw them on the plate.
Yep. Put them necks in there.
Mm-hmm.
So also,
don't put a turkey neck.
It seemed like Mia was kind of aloof. It seemed like she was spacing out when G was trying to talk to her. It seemed like, I don't know if she was under medication or if she was under the influence of something, allegedly, but she just seemed kind of spacey to me. Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
But he seemed kind of spacey. Like, I was going to say that Gene seemed kind of like.
So G seemed like he was trying to get through the scene with the kids hollering and fussing, and he was just trying to get through it. He didn't really say nothing that basically he was concerned about her health, and she was like, what? Like it just seemed like she wasn't paying attention, or her mind was somewhere else, or she was high. She
could have been on some type of medication that made her a little loopy. But I think that Mia is kind of loopy in general. Mm-hmm. That's probably why she be lying and stuff and saying the stuff she say and don't remember shit because of that. So
yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm wondering, is that medication or is it you just loopy?
Kind of quickly snowish for me.
Mm-hmm. And she gave a little ditzy, like a little, like, oh my God, like why? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she's planning a Miami trip, which we know they're gonna go to Miami. All the ladies are gonna go. So she's planning that, and she also admitted to basically having relations with a married man. Did she not say that on that?
She basically admitted to stealing that woman's husband. That's what she admitted to. Because
did she not admit that she was
she
was married?
No,
I thought she said happily married. I thought
she said he was happily. She said, and Gene was happily married, and I had sex with him on the beach.
On the beach, and people was watching.
I guess because after you done had sex with that man down to the beach, you think he going back home to his wife? He done called his wife.
She is an entertainer at the steak and shrimp place, looking for ballers. I do not expect anything else. Okay, it doesn't surprise me. All the men are married down to the steak and shrimp entertainment restaurant. Okay, let's be clear.
Yeah, that was giving Harlem Nights, baby.
Yeah, like I'm leaving you for sunshine.
But yeah, I'm not coming.
He said, "Who said coochie ain't a gift?" She, I got to give her a poem for her. She said, "Who said coochie's not a gift? They're not talking about mine. I'll make a nigga leave his family. Just call me sunshine." That's what she said.
We're gonna refrain from using that N word.
That is a poem. That is a poem adieu to Mia's coochie. That's called a dude to Mia's coochie.
So did they have shakuchi boards at the reception or for the horse devers?
They had the shakuchi board spread out. Shakuchis were spread everywhere.
Was it a group session or was it?
It was first come, first serve, darling.
Okay, we're gonna move forward.
I'm not with y'all tonight. I'm not.
We're gonna move forward to Jezebel and her only storyline, which is her kids. Bravo paid for them to go to the nail shop, and them nail techs had their skirts on. They had their business advertised. I saw it throughout the scene. They wasn't playing. They want y'all to know where they was getting their nails done. I guess she's talking to them, and she's basically talking about how good her relationship is with her baby dad, which is Jamal Bryant, and saying that maybe Ashley could learn something from her relationship and how they co-parent. Mason, you look like you got something to say.
He's a Shakuchi reboard. He's a Shakuchi reboard himself. He is the Shakuchi board.
He's the board?
He is a whole Shakuchi board. He is the Shakuchi board. I don't know why Giselle's sitting there lying to them children. Them children was looking at her like.
Oh, let's not forget how she put the foot towel on her face when she first sat down. That to me was nasty.
Giselle is like.
At least it was clean in the beginning.
Giselle gives me. You ever saw anybody? I don't know how to describe it, and you know how women like. You know how sometimes you grow up from an elite family, but you live broke. Like you just still. Like it's like you have everything and you have money and stuff like that.
You're modest.
Mm-hmm. No. She gives me like a braggadocious, but you still a bum. Like you know, some people like you still can have all the money in the world, but you still a bum. Like it's just embedded in you. Like no matter what you do or what you put on, girl, it's just one word. It doesn't work. And like you look down on other people that may have less than you. Like you're jealous of people that have less than you because you don't have it within you. Like she's one of them people. Like you have a good upbringing. Like didn't her father say that she came from like you have a pedigree, but they like a pedigree, and you put foot towels on your face. Like women with pedigrees don't put foot towels on their face. Like.
Cece, what do you think about the nail scene when they're in there? And then she also mentions that she's
throwing a
Sweet 16 for her twins is coming up. So what do you think about that?
She is having pre-emptiness syndrome. She is starting to feel the only thing that she is in control of at this moment probably is those kids. And the fact that she keeps trying to throw this co-parenting out with forcing it on anybody. Like, let us tell you that you guys co-parent well. That you don't get to tell us. It don't work that way. That people get that twisted. Like, oh, we have the best relationship. Yeah, but you have to work to get to that. And like everybody else, like Martell and them gonna get there too. Like I went through it too. I've been saying that since I started reviewing with Princess. Like we are, you get there. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning, it hurts. It's fresh. You want to kill the person. Sorry to use the K word, but you're through it, and then you grow up, and then you learn, and then time goes on, and everybody, kind of the wave kind of, makes the beach better. So I say that to say, Giselle is holding on to hope. And I love her girls. They still, even the questions, are y'all getting the same color? Doggone well, twins. You know your twins. Like you should know that about your twins. Like they don't do the same thing. They don't wear the same color. They do certain things alike. But so you actually going to even putting her foot up in the air. Why are you putting your foot up in the air? They're gonna see your feet.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You do silly things to them and they remember that kind of stuff. And the age that they're at, you do goofy stuff. And now it's like they're trying to pull away from you faster because you're being goofy. Like just calm down, relax, relate, release. Okay. The kids are not going nowhere. Even when they go to college, they're still gonna call you, they're still gonna bug you, they're still gonna need your money, they're still gonna need everything as if they sat right up under your armpits.
I don't know, because when I went to college, my parents had to drag me home. Like they had.
Were they smothering?
They couldn't be because I wouldn't pick up the phone. I was so far away.
Before you went. No, were they smothering before you went?
Oh yeah,
that's the part I'm talking about. Yeah. In order for you not to be, in order for this to work, and you want to have a good relationship with you can't smother them and act like they're friend and then think you're gonna send them to college and they're gonna call you and we're gonna be good. No, they then go. You're right. They're not gonna see her. They're gonna treat her like, Mom, I gotta get away from you for a minute. So that's what that's what I'm saying. So she's holding on to all of that. She doesn't know what to do with herself. Giselle don't know what to do with herself right now.
Yeah,
she doesn't. She looks like, no pun intended, a turkey neck with her head off.
Relax, relate, release.
Relax,
relate, release. I remember Whitley said that in a different world.
Yes, I just want to
give you a little Whitley.
Oh, it was Debbie Allen actually. Her therapist. Debbie Allen plays a therapist. Relax, relate, release.
I actually had a chance to meet Jasmine Guy. She's really, really nice.
She seems like it.
She really is. Princess, do you have anything you want to add about this scene?
As a still somewhat empty nesting, even though my kid still lives here by theory, And I went through those stages. I likely cried, but you have to prepare yourself for when your children leaves. But at the same time, you need to be actively pursuing some penis. You need to actively pursuing some hobbies. Need to be actively getting yourself some business so that you won't be in your children's business all the time, and it will help you transition into realizing that your life is just not about your motherhood and you can find yourself. Them girls been reading her for filth for the past 7 years, okay? They've let her know, Mom, you are not the tea. You are the parent, y'all cool, you and Uncle Jamal. I said that on purpose. Because that's the way they talk to him, like that's who he is. She needs to learn who she is and leave them kids alone. Stop trying to force yourself into their lives, because they're going to pull away when they first get their freedom, but they will come back. They always gonna need their mama, okay? Mm-hmm. They always gonna need you for something, even if it ain't for nothing but for $5. Okay, they're gonna always need you for something, unless you're a really trash ass mother. And we do know that she is not that, and she does care for her kids. Lastly, I hope and pray, and I'm glad they probably didn't allow her to. I hope she's not coordinate that party. I hope she's not the party planner, and I hope she's not using themes that they got somebody else that they paid, and they not having it over there on the ranch or the gas station that they call the house, and let them children live.
It does look like a motel, like the way it's just set up. It looks like a motel with a gas station attached.
Maybe she can rent it out like an Airbnb. Like,
she's doing an Airbnb. Maybe she's doing an Airbnb. Maybe that's what she's going for.
But she need a place to live, though. Where's she gonna live at?
No, but she could live like on the east wing and rent out the west wing, because I think the west wing look better than the east.
Well, they do like two separate houses.
Yeah, it look like two separate. Even when you go in, like there's two separate houses. Like,
well, she don't have purple walls no more, honey.
Yeah, it does look a little better, but it's still separate. Like, it looks like two different living quarters.
Candace's house is Janet. I know the hell that's who.
Yeah, Candace's house. Candace does have a nice house, and the decoration. And she got.
You see the dining room table with the.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm coming in there and ask her, "Oh, this furniture
the table, the kid table." I said, "Girl, give me them chairs, please."
That Potomac money is coming in. So, and then she also is working in the studio.
Well, but Chris got a job. We can't sit there and say it's all her. Chris has a job now. He's working. He
ain't making Potomac money, but
he probably made enough to buy a couple of, some furniture pieces.
He can buy some pieces, but he just started working. So,
But now he could go to errands, rent a center, and he could get approved. So
y'all ain't no good. Y'all ain't no good.
I don't want to drag her, because we was dragging her last season for not having furniture. So she got furniture.
Right, she got a house full of furniture. As long as she got a house full of furniture, I'm not above going to rent a center or errands, because I'm telling you, I just
didn't get that big ass sectional at rent a center.
I'm about to go to rent a center and get a new couch, because now that they redid I'm looking at my old couch like.
I don't rent stuff. Just go ahead and buy it.
But I'm trans financial. This is what people financial does.
I don't like
hurry up and buy.
I'm trans financial, right?
Well, I just put a post up where I responded to Come and Get This Commentaries post that they had bought some used furniture, and it was like a whole bunch of roaches in this suit. It looked disgusting.
Yeah, I don't want that used.
I used to buy furniture from Rent a Center, because it'd be for the low, but I started after these epidemics with bed bugs.
But you know what you got to do when you get it from Rent a Center? Because this is when I ordered, because actually my couch came from Rent a Center. I paid it off. But what happened was they wanted to give me I was like, no, I want my straight from the warehouse. I want it new. I want the plastic ripped off of it, because they will try to give you the full. And I'm like, no, if the plastic is not ripped off of it, plus I'm paying double, because it's Rent a Center. This is probably worth $1,200, but I'm paying $2,500. Because it's a rent, you want to rip that plastic. I want everything fresh.
Why would you pay double? Why would you pay double though? If you
because I'm trans financial, and when you are trans financial, sometimes you can't afford to pay the lump sum at the thing, but you still want to live above your means, because we are trans financial. So If you are trans financial and your credit could get it, or even like certain thing now, my credit is a little better. You know, I was up in the 700s. So now I can just get stuff. You know, before I couldn't. So, you know, when I was struggling, you know, whatever, I had to go to, and I'm still struggling. Like, I'm still struggling, but I still had to go to Rent-A-Center. And I'm going back. And no, after January, I think after Christmas, or maybe before Christmas, I'm going back and I'm getting a new couch because this old atrocity, this is a monstrosity, and it's sitting in this new painted walls. It doesn't look good. It has to go. And as a trans financial person, I will be at Rent-A-Center.
So you're trans financial?
Yes, I live above my means.
Okay, so you're a Toya.
Gonna be and call it rack.
I'm a Toya without the Toya funds. You know, I'm just trying to get, you know, I'm just trying to come up a little bit, just a little bit.
All right, let's move to this next fluff scene. Robin going to see her lawyer about a marriage that she's not going to have, a prenup that she's not going to need. She's going up there talking to her lawyer about the details that she wants in her prenuptial. I understand why you would want to get a prenup, but given the fact that Robin has cost Juan so much, it seems very selfish, and it seems like very stingy, in my opinion, for her to even consider a prenup when you cause this man so many financial issues. I just that's all I have to say about that. Princess, what do you think about the scene with her lawyers?
You know, I had already said that. I think the lawyer lady was looking at her like, I know you fucking lying. Over here, you know, you know, they did that for the cameras, but she looked like, so you got a prenup and then you couldn't use the prenup, but now you want a prenup for your stuff, and it really looked selfish and it looked ignorant. Like, just say what it is. She wants to feel good about being conniving. And that's what it sounds like. I want to protect my shit, and I don't think I owe him nothing. But then, you know, a couple of episodes before, when she was telling Sharice, well, I didn't think that I should have gotten some of whatever then why didn't you just sign a prenup and said you wasn't gonna take nothing? We knew you got something in that prenup when you signed a prenup, and I think it was selfish and it was dirty for her to be thinking, I don't want him to take something from me. I'm a person, I'm for prenups and I'm not for prenups because I get married to you for life. Okay, one of us gonna die. You know, death do us apart. Or I'm not a woman that if we get a divorce that I feel I gotta hit you hard. Give me what just due, or let's split up what we worked up and go our separate ways. So after all these years, you've married him, you've divorced him, you still live with him for the past 15 years, and you still don't trust this man, that he not only would not do you dirty and cheat on you again, but you don't feel that this man is worthy of you sharing your piece of the pie, and that he won't come to hit you in the jugular per se if the relationship is over.
It was very hard to hear, and she literally said out of her mouth, I don't want him to touch it. What do you think, Cece, about her meeting up with Robin, meeting up with her lawyers?
I'm echoing everything that Princess said. I just feel like I've been married. February will be 10 years, but we've been together 22 years. And I just feel like when I married my husband, we came into it with nothing. But I also feel like if I didn't and he wanted me to sign a prenup, I would side eye him depending on what it says. Because, you know, if you're trying to protect the assets, and then we're going in and protecting the assets, I don't see a problem with that. It's her verbiage. It's it's not what she's saying, it's how she's saying it. It's like, are you listening to yourself talk? You sound like you're throwing daggers, and like you're basically saying, well, my businesses are flourishing, and I don't know what he got going on, and I'm not trying to take what he got because my stuff is flourishing, and that's coming off real selfish. And you guys are being a marriage and you have children together.
You have kids together.
You got kids together. It's not like y'all don't have children together and you was doing that. That'd be totally different. But because they have a whole family, you're remarrying your high school sweetheart. So you already your setup is kind of cool. You know what I mean? You rocking the boat for no reason. That's what I feel like. You rocking the boat for no damn reason. I don't know who you talking to, other than before you got to this lawyer. Because the lawyer said first, do your husband know? Do your fiance know that you're here? Because they want to make sure we on the same page, in the same book, in the same chapter. Correct?
Great.
I feel like she's pulling away from the book, the chapter, the page. She's rocking it. And if you're doing that, I'm with Princess, it would be to death do a part. I feel like you have reservations. And it's showing up. And instead of just saying, you know what? This is why y'all ain't setting no date. This is why ain't no wedding plans, because you have reservations. Instead of going to talk about a prenup, let's talk about the reservations you have. Let's do that. So that's my thought. I'm sorry, ranting.
No, you're fine. I just feel like Juan also, I don't think Juan is invested in the relationship either. Like Thick Girl said, he's always coming and going. He doesn't really seem happy in the scenes with Robin. I never really seen him really like touch her or kiss her or grab her butt or look at her like he was in love with her.
Any of it.
You know, when you're in love with somebody, it's like a certain type of energy you have when you're around that person, but I don't see any of that.
But like Simone, when Simone came up last week and she, broke down the dynamics of their relationship, they're basically like brother and sister at this point. You understand? Like, so it's not, and girl, how you gonna ask your brother for a prenup? Like a child by, you know what I'm saying? But let's give it up for her hair, because whoever is doing her hair this season, they are slaying her hair. I think that hair looks very good. I think it was
the best look. It's better than what it was, but she didn't look.
It's the color.
The color, that's what I'm saying, the dye job or whoever dyed it or whatever it was really nice. I think the hair was really nice.
Yeah, because them road maps on her reunion look, that was terrible.
Now, but speaking as a person I was married twice. And so if anybody's in my DM, I am a wife, not a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So but it's difficult. It is difficult because like, especially if you don't trust a person. Like if somebody cheated or like, because I don't trust my husband, like I don't trust shit.
You don't trust your husband?
No, hell no. I don't.
Everybody, you should be able to trust the person.
I trust him to do what he's going to do. Or even if he don't, I trust that you will, because you did it before. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how I live on people. Like if you show me who you are, even if I'm still there and even if I'm still associated with you or whatever like that, I know for myself, okay, I'm not going to think, because if you do something, I'm already built up and prepared for you to do it. I'm going to trust what you did. You understand? Of what you did. I'm not, and it may take about 20 years to show me different.
I think Princess had something that she wanted to say.
Yeah.
I don't forgot now. It was piggybacking off of what May said, what Twin said, but I don't forgot.
All right.
What I was going
to say. Your fish good, sis? It must be.
It must be. It is. What kind is it?
Just in case y'all don't know, Princess is frying fish.
He is frying fish at the palace.
This is fresh fried fish. I went to the fish market and get my fish.
Yeah.
And I'll pick out which one I want, baby. And they cut it up.
On the sidebar, my husband, and I don't really like salmon that much because it's really fishy smelling, but he made a salmon cheese toast today on rye bread, sliced white rye bread with pepper jack. He oven roasted this fresh salmon from Stater Brothers, I think. Mm-hmm. And then my auntie's here. My mom's twin is here because their birthday is Saturday. So,
your mother's a twin?
Yeah, my mom is a twin. That's why.
Wow.
Man, you ain't tell me my bro be cooking like that. That N-word had me in the kitchen cooking sandwiches like a motherfucker. I was like, I ain't never thought of doing this shit.
Yeah, he's a chef. He like makes.
I love salmon. Salmon is one of my favorite.
I just finished eating salmon actually, but I can't eat it cooked. I like it raw.
Oh shoot! So
You
yeah,
don't
like it raw.
I don't eat it. I don't like the taste of cooked salmon. I only eat it raw.
Raw salmon
like
every day.
I'm sorry, but
I have to eat. I eat it every day or every other day.
Yeah, I mean, I can have a bite or two, but I don't want a whole piece of it on my plate.
Yeah, I like it. It's called steelhead. The one
We've been talking about food all night.
They've been lying, saying it's wild salmon. It's not wild. The name of the salmon is steelhead.
I didn't mean to change the subject. I just
she said salmon cheese toast. What did I come into?
Right.
And it sounds interesting.
And like I said,
it sounds different.
And
it's making me hungry.
He's this kid. He's like the I'm not this kid. He's the kid that had the cheese toast with the tomato sauce soup, dip it.
So the commercial.
So he had the tomato sauce for them to dip it. I said, yeah, y'all can have that. I'll make me a bacon burger. Thank you.
Bacon charcuterie. A charcuterie of bacon.
Yeah, I can't do all that. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Go back to the
No, you're good. We're gonna get through this last fluff session before we get into the burn session, which is what we really came for. But now we have to talk about the scene when it was out in the cold. I guess it was real cold because the way their body language was acting like it was freezing, but they was trying to be cute. Wendy was trying to be cute with that outfit. She looks cute, but if you cold, put a jacket on. But it was out there.
It was like March, it's cold outside.
Up there it is, but it's hot right now. It's almost 80 degrees outside.
They walked outside to get in the car. When you walked outside to get in the car, you knew what you were going to go do. Why wouldn't you be like, hold on a minute, let me go back in the house, get
you a nice jacket. You know it's gonna be cold outside. You know you picking flowers.
It's trying to be fly and cute with heels on. Stop it. It's regular.
They wear heels all the time.
We're regular. Be regular. Go ahead.
Be regular for once, but I know you on national TV.
I don't care.
So they're out there picking flowers, which it seemed like really peaceful. I guess you can pull them from the root so you can replant them. And Karen said that she wants to put some more flowers up in her house. That was cute or whatever. They talked to Wendy about not being invited to Robin's event. Wendy admits that she was a little bit hurt. I thought she wouldn't have cared, but she was saying that, it was kind of hurtful that she wasn't invited. And she's talking about having a burn session or a group meeting to get the ladies together so they can put all their issues out there on the open. So what do you think about that before we move forward? And she sent out, before that, she sent out a general text to everyone. Ashley, for some reason, feels like it's necessary for me to send an individual invitation to Giselle and another individual invitation to Robin. I don't know who has time for that, but I'm with Wendy. I was with Wendy on this. I'm just going to send this general text, and y'all take it how y'all feel. But, Princess, what do you think?
Fuck them hoes. And they always got to have some special treatment, even though they treat you especially bad. I'm not here for it. I read your ass. I got the same energy as I did yesterday as I do today. If you show up, you show up. If you don't, you don't. That they should have had gloves to pick the flowers. It really just looked very just generic. I noticed that they really putting Ashley on the forefront of a lot of these things. She's not grand daming, but she looks like Karen Jr. nowadays. Like she's always got to either be the voice of reason or the voice of discourse. Child, don't tell me how to fix my relationships that don't really exist. Mm-hmm. You can go to hell. Thank you. See you. And the whole party is stupid. If you gotta call something a burn session, you're going to hell right then and there, and that's exactly what that shit was.
Mm-hmm. And y'all keep doing it at a winery. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know that big drag out fight that happened.
I was here for that. Production knew what they was doing. I
I think they want them to get drunk so they go at each other.
Yeah, they like, oh, please give us another one.
She wants to throw this burn session. I feel like Wendy feels like she's on the outs. I think she feels like
she is.
They're trying to push her off the show.
Because they are.
So she
but you know what? Wendy gives me like and I want to grab Wendy and shake her and be like, girl, pay them, pay them. Like, why you pay them dust? Girl, you are African queen, child. Why are you even paying?
She's doing what Monique was doing. Remember when Monique was trying to be nice to Giselle?
But Wendy just, even when she came on her first season, even when Wendy came on her first season, she just gives me the kid, like, every year you think this year is going to be different. Like, I'm not going to get teased this year. Mm-hmm. This year when I go to high school, it's going to be different. They're going to like me this year. Like, but everything you do,
doing better.
But they're not going to. Girl, they don't like you. They just don't like you. You are. Is it Giselle her sorors? Like, you're from the same sorority. They don't see it for you. So any little bit of thing, if you go against the grain, like, you only stood up for yourself in your relationship last season. That's all you did. You didn't do nothing more or less than they did. But now they're trying to ostracise her. Like,
because she embarrassed them. You don't mess with the boss or mess with the gatekeepers. And that's all there is. If you mess with me, you hit me, and I'm the big bad bully. Let me teach you a lesson, okay? Let me put you in your place.
Right, and this is why Wendy should have paid it. You should have
move. That's a
Wendy should have paid it, because you would have never saw me sweat. You would have never saw an inch in my eye that I even cared. And I understand her feelings was hurt that she wasn't invited, but girl, sometimes you got to make them want to come to your party. Like, and even if it's a party of one, I could party by myself and make you want to come to party with me by myself, where somebody else is having a whole bunch of party with 60 people. Sometimes you have to do that, stand alone, be able to stand alone.
Not on a reality show, not on an ensemble reality show.
Yeah, I can understand her feeling that way. Nobody, even if you don't give a damn about the party, so it's just something about being excluded. You just don't want to be excluded,
Right, and she should have thrown a party and excluded her. She should have.
I'm with you, twin. I'm with you, twin, because I think I said it last time. If it had been me, I would have took my kids to Busch Gardens or Disney World, or I would have did something really over the top to let you hoes know that I can party way better than you on a family fun day. And I would have been all over.
And I would have had a husband there and a father there.
Yeah.
On the side. And then that's what really turned the party. Because, child, my husband, Idris, her husband Idris.
You don't trust your husband, right? But you don't.
I don't. But my husband was standing right next to me. But everywhere I tell my husband to go, he right there. If I tell him I got to go to the bathroom and I need you to come with me, he right there. This is what that do. So just because I don't trust him, don't mean he don't trust me. So he comes everywhere. If I tell him to come down here right now, he gonna come down here right now. He do what I tell him to do. And I'm saying this, and he can hear me. I'm the boss in this house. Like, one time when his son tried to act like he was the boss, you let her do. And I was like, oh, your son must not know how this relationship works. Like, do I gotta slap a kid? Because
he probably needs to.
I'm the boss. Like,
man, don't slap a kid.
Cece, what do you think about Wendy, feeling on the outs and wanting to have this burn session with the ladies?
Well, we already know Wendy walked in trying to hug on Giselle.
I mean, I think that's a cordial thing that we naturally do. Like, I naturally just go when I see somebody I know, I'll be like, "Hey, how you doing?" and give you
after y'all didn't have beef. That's not a natural thing to do. That's not natural. Well, y'all didn't have outs. No. You might
have a point, Cece.
You might walk in from a whole
different point,
about 10,000 feet away from you, and wave like trying to check temperature. You the hell better not come touch me. Don't. And Giselle is so cold when she did that. So that already set up the beginning, right? So when the dynamic duo are trying to come for you, I'm with Maze. Pay these green-eyed bandits dust. Girl.
I'm green-eyed. You cannot pay me dust.
Yeah.
The thing is, she wants to be on this show, so she has to get good.
But let's be clear. If you become a villain and go against them, just long as you come correct, it don't matter.
I can read you and then give you a hug.
Look here, I don't hold grudges. I'm not a grudge holder, so I
don't hold grudges. I'll be like, I can read you. Come on, let's get something to eat.
Rent free in my head. You're just not. I'm gonna let it go. people get mad at my household, my family. They get mad because I can go off, and then the next second I'll be all regular. You just went the hell off. Yeah, I know, but I'm over it. I let it go.
Once you let it out, like if you did,
I don't know what you gotta say.
If you gave me one of these, when Giselle gave Wendy, she definitely gave Wendy one of these, like If you gave me one, I'm never reaching in for a hug. I will never. You will die.
Mace, and by default, you should be paying Robin the same stuff. And having Robin ask me, well, what did I do? That's what you should have did. You should have went after both of them. And I don't, like I said, you trying to be on the show, right? You go after both of them. You pay them both dust. Let them both come for you and have a reason why I'm doing it to you, like Candace is doing. Like, please check out how Candace paid Giselle does. Talk.
See, Wendy don't know, like, she don't know the art of what do you call it? No, I'm talking about the formal art of shade. I mean, to show the shade, not only verbally, but physically show the shade. She should have thrown a party, a couples only party, and say, Robin, I would invite you, but I'm not going to invite you because Juan never shows up for couple events. So I'm going to just hold on to this. And Giselle, never mind. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was
not a shade assassin in that manner.
You supposed to have been like, I mean, you supposed
to. I do recall. Let's bring it back full circle. Who was the happiest at Juan Dixon? And
she was happy. Was happy for her.
When he proposed,
or she was just being extra.
She was being extra, and that was when I liked you before we fought. But now I know what kind of bitch you are. I don't fuck with you. So fuck you and fuck him.
My point. So we know how you can love on somebody. We got your loving part. So now shade them. Like let them two have each other. And I can't wait.
I would throw a nice couples party and be like, my husband shows up, darling. My husband shows up. Maybe you and
Robin did or said that made Wendy act that way towards her anyway. I forgot.
No, she was trying to break them up, saying that Eddie was cheating, trying to spread the rumor.
She was with us over there and down to the AATT.
Wendy didn't bust out and start with you. Wendy retaliated. She did nothing that the other girls would not do as far as retaliation. And now y'all want to play her all the way to the left. Like, I don't think the punishment fits the crime, the way you're trying to do her. And then since you're trying to do me, I'm going to do you, but I'm going to do you harder. And I'm going to make sure you feel that. I'm going to make sure you feel it effortlessly.
Robin was down there to the teacups, sitting up there listening to us talk about Eddie. And, and then she repeated it on the show. And I think that is kind of doggish. Us as bloggers, I didn't know it wasn't true. I don't know, but I don't know if it is true because I ain't in between that man's legs. But I can see, as you're on the show, we're supposed to have a united front. We all feel a certain way. We don't want to be slandered. And then you bring the slander onto the show. She has every right to be angry.
So Wendy could just as well bring up other allegations against, Juan.
She said your husband never there.
Like I said, but Wendy is trying to play nice. Wendy is giving the kid, like, this is going to be my year. They're going to like me. I'm going to fit in. No matter how many surgeries, girl, you're not going to fit in. They don't like.
We do like her better.
We like her better now.
We like her better. The public likes her better.
We do. They don't.
The public, but as far as them ladies, sometimes you're never going to fit in. It gives me the OG syndrome. Like, no matter what you do, it's not, they don't like you. You understand? They don't see for you, whether it's you being dark skinned, whether they think that you're ugly, whatever it is, it's ugly. What do you call uglyism? It's not colorism. It's featureism that you may think, regardless of what, these ladies don't see it for you. And stop trying to kiss their butt.
They do not see it for her, and they
don't stop trying to kiss their butt. Like, why are you trying to? Girl, I would throw my own party, my own couples only party. Like, if you want to bring Robin as your date or Giselle, y'all want to date each other, then y'all could come. But y'all gonna have to tell me y'all.
You're gonna have to kiss.
Yeah, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to RSVP together. As a group.
I can't with this panel.
Well, I think Wendy should understand. Like, she really did come for Giselle's neck last season, so they still haven't healed from that. They get hurt whenever they get.
They never will until they get her off the show or she beats one of their ass like Monique did. And they talk about Monique so bad, but last year Wendy was finna beat Giselle and Robin's ass, and this year Robin finna kick Wendy's ass. Well, it would be a good try, but you know.
But
I think it'll be a fight.
It's the aggressiveness of it all. Them people ain't finna break their nails like that.
And it's been a lot of talk on social media about Robin being aggressive and them not showcasing or acknowledging how Robin, because she's got into several altercations with Ashley, with Monique.
I said this last week.
Where she's gotten in people's face, and
they came for Monique real hard, and it's not fair. It's not fair. Everybody drags Monique real bad. Oh, she can't control herself. Oh, you shouldn't lay hands on people. Oh, look how aggressive she is. Them hoes the same amount of aggressive. The only difference is Monique snatched that ass and beat that ass, and it was just somebody else keeping you from snatching and beating that ass.
And Sharice did lie. Well, we're going to get to that part.
Yeah, but and then Monique retaliated over something that was done to her. You reached in her face. Like, you reached in her face, and then Giselle did the bop and touched her, which she probably, got more confused from the melee. But Robin, I said this last week. I said Robin will whip somebody. She will. I think if giving a longer leash, she will fight somebody. I think she's
going to get her ass whooped, too.
You're doing a lot of talking, but I haven't seen no hands thrown. Monique was about them hands, and I can appreciate that. Sometimes that talking is too much.
Every time somebody stops Robin and brings her back. But I think if somebody lets her just go,
fight somebody, you can get past.
Even with that,
I don't believe she's about that action. She just go far enough so you can hold her back. And I believe if she really got into it, that she would get her ass beat.
Well, that's a dangerous game. That's real dangerous because you're gonna run down punks, jump up to get beat down. Grand Nubian. Let me say because let me tell you, that's a dangerous game. Don't run up or you get done up. Because guaranteed you ain't gonna leave done up. Let me tell you, that's not gonna happen. You don't run up on somebody if you can't fight.
Oh, she left us.
Cece, I think she froze for a little bit. I think she might come back. But let's talk real quick about Candace and her getting this Trina feature. Trina, I mean, good for Candace, but at the same time, Trina can't get her own career off the ground. So allegedly. So I mean, but good for you that y'all doing this.
Wait, you talk about it's gonna be 2 Basset Hounds?
What I'm saying is her last album didn't even go wood. It went dust.
The words of Kaya Shamol. She calls, Trina the Basset Hound. And now, I'm like, this is
the Basset Hound.
But I said it's going to be a double Basset Hound. Like, what in the double Basset Hounds going on?
Why don't you call it the Basset Hounds?
The Basset Hounds.
Or Rhinestone Princess. But I feel like Kaya would have been a better feature.
Right.
Kaya would have. Y'all know I'm team Kaya.
Kaya would have been. Because she'd have been like, lick me low, lick me low, lick me low.
She going to give you a hug.
Oh, we know you love you some Kaya. Respect me. Oh, why did I ever put that as a gift on the page?
You better RESPE respect me. RESPE respect me. I pay my dues up on these streets. You better respect me.
I don't want Kaya.
You don't want to be with me. You better not test me.
I don't want her to come for our next saying that we sing her song on this show.
Well, so far
we give her full free promotion.
Yes,
we give her full free.
So far, I haven't gotten no backlash from playing them clips.
What she said, we giving her full free promotion because she is the queen. Matter of fact, happy birthday.
Yeah, Candace was like,
her birthday just passed.
Was like, who's Trina? And I was the same way. Who? Because who is she? Because she haven't had a hit since The Baddest Bee.
She on Love and Hip Hop in Miami, I guess.
The only song I like by Trina is The Baddest Bee. That's the
only. But she was on Lotto's song. She the queen of the South.
Do we listen to Lotto like that?
Yeah, I do.
I do, but not Trina. Like Trina, bye. Like, girl, you was the one saying that she was never going to do Live in Hip Hop, and look where you at.
She said that.
Yeah, she said she would never. They been was asking her to do Love and Hip Hop. When Miami first thing was asking her, she was like, she would never. It's lowbrow. Like, I would never. Her
she was on the balcony. Wasn't she on the balcony in Miami when she said that?
Yeah, I would never do Love and Hip Hop.
Check your. You always need a check, girl.
It's always good to have a check, especially.
But now she know that, because before she didn't know that. You know, a lot of people don't realize that until you realize that.
So let's go on commercial break and let's talk about this burn.
Ooh, sex
party.
talk on a commercial break.
Burn session. We gonna be right back as soon as I find the thing.
I need to get my nails done. Ugh.
Like Giselle.
My nails done. I haven't had my
I'm
nails
gonna
done.
put the press-ons tonight or something like that.
All right, let's hit it.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.
No, Trina is the luggage of Miami. She's the little girl that was sent off.
Yeah, we gotta say happy birthday. You saw it was Kaya's birthday.
It was Kaya's birthday today?
Her birthday was yesterday.
Okay.
Where did y'all find that porno music from?
I found it on the it's in the music. Oh no. It does get porno. Like I'm thinking, you know, I was waiting for Ron Jeremy. It's giving 1970s porno though. It's giving Ron Jeremy.
You know, we're significantly older than you.
Yeah, it's giving Vanessa Del Rio.
It gives that good old Spice Channel feel.
Right. It's giving Vanessa Del Rio. Janet Jack me.
We got the soul with the porn music commercial break. I don't know what. Maybe we should be selling lingerie and butt plugs and stuff. I don't know.
Well, I sell the lingerie. I just gotta open the site.
Oh yeah, you got the bras. Yeah.
So they're getting ready to go to the burn session. Wendy has, I guess, set up a nice little shuttle for the other ladies, and her and Ashley are coming in a separate car. While she's in the car, she lets her know that she's having kidney stone issues. I guess from not drinking enough water. I guess
part of the reason.
Their diet. It's like your diet.
Sometimes it's genetic. Sometimes it's diet.
But it seems like to me like stress manifests in your body, and I feel like, you know, she's doing too much, and there is a such thing as doing too much, and the Bible says we can do all things through Christ. That don't mean you have to do all things right now. All things in subjugation. You know, finish this project.
Don't be in my business, Shady.
Don't do it all right now. That's how I feel like you should be structured if you want to be successful. Finish this project. Let this project grow and be successful. Then while this project is growing, then start something else. But she's doing a lot of different things. She's going through this issue. She picks up the shuttle for the other ladies. Robin and Giselle come begrudgingly, even though they're talking crap as soon as they get on the bus. And I'm like, well, if you didn't want to come, you shouldn't have came. So they're on the way to the winery, and Candace brings up the fact that she has some PTSD from wineries because, you know, she got beat up the last time that they went to a winery. So she's thinking about them bops in the back of her head and the glue that it took to keep her hair together. So what do y'all think about the burn session and them going out to like a winery? It looked really nice to me.
It was. I think Wendy is a good hostess. She thought about them getting drunk and, you know, drinking. So she said, don't drink and drive. See, they didn't do that last time they went to the winery. Everybody had to go home in the dark, every man for themselves, or they had to have their own driver. She said, look, all you hoes meet up down there to the Robin house or whoever, Karen's house, whoever that was. And they went over there and they got in their cars and they came together. So I think she tried. It was a very nice facility, but
it was cute for what it was. While they were in the car, Ashley talks about how the blogs, when the news broke of their pending divorce, went in on Michael, including myself. It was a lot of Michael bashing during that time. It was funny. A lot of the memes that was coming out was hilarious, and it was a lot of dragging going on. So I can understand Michael not wanting to be on the show right now because it was embarrassing. They was dragging him pretty bad. And Wendy says this show is about, this Bird session is about ownership. So she's going to own, I guess, her part in whatever situation. They're supposed to own it. I don't know how you expect Jezebel and Robin to own anything, but I guess we'll see how that goes. And then we get to this actual session. All the ladies arrive. Wendy goes first and lets the ladies say what they want to say about Wendy. And Ashley says that she had a barrier up. Candace says she opens up a little bit more this year than she did before. Karen says they started off rocky, but now they're, progressing. They're doing better. Mia, goofy self, says that she was dismissive. And Robin, we get to Robin. And this is where the aggression hits. This is where Jezebel and Robin both start screaming at the top of their lungs that they're mad, and you got to respect them and what you did
to respect them. Me.
So far, before we get into that, what do you think about the whole concept of a burn session? You don't think it's therapeutic? Because she's saying that it was therapy.
It was, but she can't be the problem and the solution in a friend group. You can't be the problem and the solution.
I don't know if she's the problem, though.
No, but if you have the problem, you can't be the victim and the solution. Like, you are saying that this is happening to you and you're trying to conduct the burn session. I think maybe they should have called out an outside entity, someone outside to sit there and talk and mediate the situation. Like I said, that's what I mean. Like, you can't be the victim and the solution. Like, you felt that somebody did something to you, but you're trying to solve the problem amongst a friend group. That's not going to work.
Sherry, the TV therapist, the one they always pick to do everything.
Yeah, like call Sherry, call Dr. Sherry.
Call Dr. Sherry.
The other guy, the other black guy.
Dr. Jeff.
Dr. Jeff.
Jeff, Dr. Francis. Yeah.
Call them down to the thing.
Or TDJ.
Somebody else other than themselves. But as far as Robin and Giselle getting that light-skinned that light-skinned aggression, we was talking about this prior to the show. That light-skinned, green-eyed aggression is a different aggression. And this is what I was saying. Like, maybe we should start talking about that, because I find people find like darker-skinned people intimidating. Like, maybe they feel that, oh my God, this person will hurt me. But no, you got to watch out for that light-skinned, green-eyed aggression, because that's a devil that you don't see coming. They will kick your ass.
I think also, twin, that they feel that it's safety in numbers. You don't hear them as loud and obnoxious when they're in an individual space. It's when they get together and the Wonder Twins unite that they feel that this.
Well, when two shakuchi boards, when two shakuchi boards, because when you coochie, when you straight coochie, you know what I mean, because I want to call you ussy, but when you straight coochie and the two shakuchi boards get together, they tend to have a louder impact. But if they just a shakuchi board by themselves, it does nothing. The shakuchi board alone,
just a little bit of hors d'oeuvres. But when you get the grapes and everything on them.
But that's acting real ussy-dussy. Like, you acting real ussy. You'll keep that same energy. I'm gonna keep the same energy with you, whether I'm by myself or with a group. I'm not gonna switch up. Don't try to switch up. But we got to watch out for that light-skin aggression. But people don't talk about light-skin aggression enough, because I think
part of Robin's issue is that she has alternative facts in her head that she thinks happened that didn't actually happen. So when she was talking to Wendy and letting her know what the issue was, she was saying basically, stop telling people that I tried to fight you at the dance studio.
You did.
We can go back And she
was light skin aggression. See, you be aggressive and you forget. I didn't do it.
They were yelling, saying, "We didn't. I wasn't trying to fight you. I wasn't getting up to touch you. I didn't need to be restrained. You called Sharice on FaceTime. She's somewhere in the yard waiting for somebody to invite her to a filming scene. So she thought you was going to invite her to go film. So you ask her, well, did you hold me back when we were at the dance studio? And she says, no, which is a flat out lie because production replayed it back.
But did you see how the LSA intimidated Sharice? This is a new term, LSA, light skin aggression.
I don't know if she intimidated Sharice or Sharice just didn't.
Sharice was scared on the phone that she wouldn't be invited nowhere to the Green Eye party. She's like, I better sit there and agree with what she's saying because I may not get invited. She was intimidated. It was LSA that intimidated.
We have a light skin right here. Let's ask Cece, what does she think about this light skin aggression?
That's a light skin over there talking.
I view you as like beige light skin. Like you close to
we on spectrums. We on spectrums. Okay. Well,
she's the spokesperson for LSA.
I'm a light skin because I'm half breed. There's a difference. But okay, so I don't play. Like I don't care. It doesn't, and I wasn't picked on either. Like even though people
it's
like
natural for her to have LSA.
Light skinned people get a bad rap. You get like I didn't get picked on, and if I did, they didn't come to me with it. Like they didn't come to my face.
They knew better. They were scared.
Like I don't know. Mm-hmm. So I don't have light skin aggression, but I do have don't start none, won't be none aggression. Like don't think because I was pretty or I'm light skinned that I'm not going to buck.
That is the definition of LSA. You are not only a client, you're a president.
Yeah, I'm probably the CEO. I could be probably CEO because, yeah, I'm just saying. But that I don't think it's because of my light skin. I'm just that I think even though if I was brown skinned, I'd have that same feeling.
No, but you know what it is because because people will try you. That's the whole thing. People have this notion in their head that you're in proximity to whiteness, and sometimes if you're in any proximity to whiteness, you're a proximity to punkness. You understand? Like you're kind of scary, so you always got to be like, don't try me, girl. Like you think that don't let this light skin fool you. So it's always on that defensive. So this is when LSA starts to occur. So therefore, I think I'm gonna go live on my channel. We're gonna have a whole.
Here's my therapist, y'all.
A thing about LSA because this is a serious thing because a lot of light skin, especially green eyes. If you have the green eyes.
Mine are brown.
See, but they kind of light.
We're talking about, in this particular instance, we're talking about
she was going to kick Wendy behind.
The aggression coming from Robin. Robin was being aggressive with Wendy when they were at the dance studio. She did get up like she wanted to fight, and she did need to be pulled back. Granted, if you would have stood up on a different type of person, it wouldn't have mattered if Sharice got it in between y'all or not, because Sharice wasn't going to do nothing.
That whole scene was crazy. I don't understand why Robin don't remember it. That's where I have a problem with. Was the champagne hit that hard that she don't remember that? And the fact that Sharice went along with that says a lot about Sharice. So now I was already side-eyeing her, but now you made me really side-eye you. Like you didn't bring nothing but a whole lie to the table. Like unless you're gonna be like, well, I didn't put one finger on you, I put 10 fingers on you. Because girl,
I think it was one of those moves, right?
Like, what are you talking about? Don't do that. So,
it
was bad. I don't like it. I don't agree that Robin should have been jumping up and nobody thought she was about to jump up in somebody's face. Mm-hmm. Girl, sit down. Why are you coming with all that energy? You're the one not inviting me to your party. You're the one acting an asinine ass right here. And you got the nerve to stand up and think you're going to walk up on me, girl. Just like when he just laughed at her. Like, girl. Girl.
I think Robin to fight. I think Robin is Robin.
She would have did it by now. My thing is we would have did it by now.
But I think she got pent up aggression.
Imagine.
don't mean you won't get beat up. Don't mean you won't get beat up.
Right.
You stand it, that don't mean you won't get socked up. Don't mean somebody won't get a lick in. Don't mean you won't have a black eye. Don't mean you might have a missing tooth. Don't mean that. Just because you fight don't mean nothing. That means let's get it. That don't mean like, well,
I think that she will engage. I didn't say she'll win. I'm saying that she will engage. I think that she will engage. I didn't say she'll win now, but I think she will fight. I think Robin is real fight, because you can see like even in her eye, like when she get like her eyes starts to change, like she starts to zone and her eyes starts to change.
Ain't nobody scared of Robin. Ain't nobody scared of Robin.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I think that if she wanted to do something, she would have did it. Monique was really trying not to fight this.
Can you tell me what she really mad at Wendy's? What is the real issue with her? What was said that she's so mad about?
Remember when she went in on their relationship, her relationship with Juan, and saying that basically it was irrelevant and it was just non-existent.
Oh, that time?
She said that they didn't have a real relationship. You remember when?
Okay, when they was at the house and they were sitting across from each other.
When they were in the parking lot of the driveway of Giselle's house, and Wendy invited the ladies to an event, a couples trip, and she said, "Oh, Robin, you can bring your luggage." No,
she told that to Giselle. She told Giselle that she could bring her luggage.
She told that to Giselle, but it was something she said.
No, she told Robin that I would address your relationship, but I can't because it's non-existent.
Yeah, it was non-existent.
Like basically, you don't even have a relationship to address. Now I'm addressing Giselle because Giselle said something, but I can't get to you.
No, Robert has, but Robert
it's frivolous to me. That stuff be frivolous to me. Like y'all all throw daggers at each other, so why does certain one hit harder because
it was true,
right? They land harder because there's some truth to it. So you're mad at her for observing your relationship. Mm-hmm. You mad because she verbalized to you what it was, and instead of saying something in that moment, you waited, thought about it. Let me write down what I want to say to her, and now you got all this aggression for her. Robin, sit down. It's not that serious. Everybody can see and hear your relationship. Don't be so mad at Wendy because she said it to you. It's not that serious.
Just letting y'all know, I did open the doors to the church. We do have one person that's already here.
Hey.
But let's get into this last scene, which had me side-eyeing Ashley. She, after that whole nice little charcuterie board that they had at the house, here at the burn session, she wants to bring up the fact that at the spring fling party, her friend was saying that Chris was looking at her, and it's been a lot of alleged DMs going around that Chris has been putting in people DM. And Mia chimes in, yeah, he was staring at me at the party, and other people, like I think Giselle said that he was staring at her. So now it's becoming y'all amplifying Candace. Y'all are poking the bear. At this point, if she throw a salad on y'all, I can't even say nothing about it. If she cuss your mama out or talk about your ovaries, you brought it on yourselves, because now you're poking the bear. You're poking the bear. And really, there's no evidence. And y'all just throwing stuff out there. But
it was evidence. That production made sure they showed evidence of Mia. They showed Chris paying her dirt. Like,
there's no footage of him looking at Mia. There's no footage. I mean, I haven't seen no footage of him looking at Mia, like staring her down.
And if he freaking did,
he's looking.
He's a man, and let's go here. My 50th birthday. Let's go to my 50th birthday. I'm looking good as I don't know what. Boom. People that showed up at my party is looking good as I don't know what. Boom. So you telling me my husband can't look, flirt, talk to nobody at my party but me? Get the hell away from me.
No, but he can look. I say if I'm in a relationship with somebody, they can't flirt.
Check this out. My husband can flirt all he wants because I can't flirt too. Especially if you've been drinking a little bit and somebody walk up to you and they in a good mood and you in a good mood, we flirting. It ain't like
you
I
don't
want
give
to take
nobody
you
no
home
ideas.
It's
if
not
you're
a,
married,
it's
You
not
know
a
who to play
flirt.
with and who not to.
It's not a take you home flirt. It's a hey, oh you have.
Oh, you surely is looking as good as you want to look. I was flirting with her daddy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think that
I ain't finna fuck with her daddy.
Y'all might
and he was flirting with everybody.
Because by nature, human beings, we do that. And especially if there's something sweet, some drink involved, we are going to interact in such a way, especially if we're having a good time. So you're telling me you at a club, even not single, I'm at a club and I'm having a good time. I know I'm looking good. And a man walks up to me and says, hey girl, you looking good. Can I buy you a drink? What am I supposed to do? Like, act like he didn't, like, no. I know I'm looking good. I'm going to just shut my light off? No. Thank you, babe. No, I don't need a drink. I'm good. I'm actually here with my husband. Wah, and we done. Why is looking a crime? I'm going to look. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a bisexual woman, but if a woman is looking good, I'm going to tell her. I'm going to know. I'm going to tell her because that's the type of person I am. I look at pretty in everybody, a nice looking in everybody. I don't care if you is ugly. You can tell me walking to ooh, that ugly. I be like, yeah, but look at them eyelashes, or look at that whoop wop, or wop. I look at good in everybody. I'm not that person. So for me, I just get upset when people be like, he was looking at me. Me as dancing on a dance floor. And Chris was looking at her while she was dancing. He's flirting with her? No. He's watching her dance. So what? So what? I don't care. I don't care if he's looking at her because she's dancing. I don't care if somebody like Candace gets in the DMs and sees that, oh, Candace was out right now. Shoot, y'all should have came up to my thing. My husband could have did that all day long. I would be looking at you sideways if you came to me talking about, girl, Chris came to me and woo wah wah, or my husband, you use my husband's name and said, this is what's going on. I'll be looking at you like, what? You know, and the fact that actually didn't know and you do know, and now you coming with more, Candace, the wrath of Candace is coming. And I
was so hoping for them to be friends, but
no, forget that.
Ashley characters, I could not be friends with Ashley.
She had hidden agendas, and I'm not here for that.
Another thing that I wanted to know is last week I said something about that. You remember she wrote something in the book and she put baby dust.
That voodoo she did on her?
And
it was virtual. It was not for real.
I was saying that it was Wiccan type of vibes. And this week she talks about a pendulum. And then Candace says, no, it's all about Jesus over here, paraphrasing. So I don't know. I hope you don't have nothing written in there. We only know.
No, I never wrote anything in this book. Not yet. It's brand new as a gift. Like it was a gift.
Nothing coming off.
No, but I was going to put like recipes and stuff like this and stuff in it because I do like facial masks.
It's a spell book.
It's a spell book, but all that is considered spells. Like when I'm doing my potatoes and my eggs and aloe for my face, is because I put intention in it, like while I'm making it with love. So therefore, it is considered technically a mixture or whatever like that. And I want to put it down in books for it to pass down to my daughter, so she could give it away because there's certain face and regiments that was passed down from me from my grandmother and great grandmother.
She did smirk when she saw her talking to production.
But I would feel some type of way if my husband wasn't looking at somebody, because that's how I could tell if my husband finds someone attractive, because he's trying to hold his head straight like this. And I'd be like, oh my God, you want me to go get her and bring her over here? You know what I'm saying? Like, because I know you're not trying to look. So you're not trying to make me feel uncomfortable. That's making me feel uncomfortable that you're not being natural and looking.
Just don't do it in front of me. Just don't do it where I can see it. That's
obviously Chris was not, according to the footage, Chris wasn't looking at Mia. And I think, it's just Candace's turn. They don't have Monique no more to gang up on. So now we already
knew this was coming.
We got to get you.
We knew this was coming. We was trying to tell you, Candace, that, okay, you got Monique off, or Monique is gone. Okay, y'all know who you're coming. You know the Green Eye Bandits is coming for. And it's so funny because might break up Robin and Giselle, because Robin is feeling like, why are you doing that? And Giselle is like, well, I felt uncomfortable. Well, why don't you didn't just tell Chris? Why couldn't you just call Chris and Candace together, since you were so uncomfortable?
But Robin is a Johnny. Robin is what my grandmother would call a Johnny cake. She brown on both sides. Like my grandmother was like, you a Johnny cake. You brown on both sides. You know what I'm saying? Pick us like when she's by herself with Candace, you show like, but I think she's going to get with the program and get back in line with Giselle. Once Giselle give her the green eye look, she's going to get back in line and be like, yeah, he had no business going in that room with her. I think she's going to get back in line, and be back on Team Gizzard, So that's what I think she's going to do. Team Gizzard, and her gazables, that and her gizzard tails. That's what's going on.
All right, so we're about to bring up the people. Mace, you got the quacker ready?
Yeah, I do. I got it somewhere over here.
Quack.
My daughter didn't take it because my daughter been trying to take it. Like, oh, that goes to my game.
They can't play with the quacker.
It goes to her game. I was like, mind your business. Like, first of all, it's not yours no more. I took it, and nothing in this house belongs to you.
Hey, Candace.
Hey, Candace.
So we are going to just bring up people as, in order from when you came in. So the first person we're going to bring up is none other than Ranting with Ricardo. Thank you for joining us.
First of all, hello. Hey, everybody. I thought I would be last because the link was up there for a while. Can y'all just be quicker? Because I don't like being quacked. It makes me have a complex. This episode. Don't really care about anything until the burn session. So obviously Gizzard and Ronald Reagan have no home training. That was obvious, the way they was yelling in people's establishment, like they lost their mind, like their parents didn't raise them right. But then again, your parents did raise you to find all the best qualities in your light skin, green eyes, and your certain texture of hair. It didn't tell you that all black is beautiful and you shouldn't feel like you are the best of the best just off your skin tone alone. So obviously you weren't raised right just based off of how y'all be acting. Listen, you were aggressive. You always get aggressive, Ronald. You're always aggressive. You threatened to beat up Katie because she called you a white lady, but you act like a white lady. You was putting your hands all up in football head's face and was about to fight her down to that restaurant about your roommate Juan, but now he in trouble. So I guess you happy his name ain't on that house now, aren't you? And y'all not getting married. Monique almost had to choke you out with an umbrella, and you was walking up on Wendy like you was ready to fight her. And Sharice was invited. She was in the group text now. She was invited to the burn session. I don't know why she didn't show up, but she was invited. She was included in the
Karen
group text.
Hugo stopped that. Karen was like, not on my watch.
And I'm okay with that, but you did have to get held back. I don't know why you're lying. And the best thing about it is you walked off and sat in the van and couldn't go nowhere, because when they released the first look of the next episode, you were still waiting in the van when they came outside because it was 30 minutes till your Uber got there. So you really lost twice because Wendy wasn't giving you that energy that you were giving her. She was very calm and showed how aggressive you can get, red in the face, and then you had to sit outside and wait for them to finish filming that scene. Football head, we all knew you were a terrible, horrible person, and we knew exactly what you were doing. And he was not staring at your friend, and if he was flirting with that lady, they would have rolled the clips. But what they rolled was her walking up to the bar and him being on his phone and not paying one, didn't look up, didn't pay attention to that lady. And I know what lady you're talking about Deborah, your mommy friend, and don't nobody give a damn about Deborah. Okay? Now, next episode, when Candace let it be known that Schmigel was down there slobbing somebody's knob, and she says the name, but it gets bleeped out, you wanted, just like she said, you wanted the smoke, now you got it. And this is all your fault. All because you want to be in the mix. And Ronald Reagan has switched over back to being on Gizzard's side. She did it on Watch What Happens Live and said Chris did that long neck, no class having heifer an apology.
Robin Givens said that?
You know she gonna get back in line. I knew that.
Ronald Reagan, Richard Nixon, Roscoe, if you will, said that. And then Andy got on her about that wedding. It's never going to happen because Juan's in trouble. Child, somebody better go check on So Deb because his man is in trouble.
Well, I don't know if
fight
he's
out trying to go get him.
I saw the allegations, but I don't know if he's necessarily in trouble per se. It involves him, but he's not the main person.
Well, he's not the main person, but he's going to get in trouble for the simple fact is he knew about the complaints and did nothing about it. And when you do nothing about something...
Wait, what is going on? I am lost in the source. What?
So right now, all of this is alleged.
This is all allegedly.
I don't want to go into full detail right now on that because that tea is just really just coming out. And it's, I want to wait until that.
What is the premise of it, though? It's like...
An assistant coach was... catfished a player, blackmailed the player into making sexual videos.
Oh, so it's like some type of blackmail sex scandal or something.
So on and
alleged scandals.
Yeah, alleged, so on and so forth. And Juan's name comes up in it because he's the head coach. The assistant coach allegedly did all this. But him as the head coach, they said he allegedly got the complaints and did nothing about it.
Allegedly.
So like I said, you should be happy, Ronald, because his name ain't on that house. Y'all not getting married no time soon. And I'm going to get on that out of here because these elections got me stressed out.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to see who won in Georgia.
She already knew. That's why she did what she did, because she knew she wasn't shit.
Thank you, Ranting.
No problem.
Have a good night, baby.
Thank you. Good night. See you later.
And the next person we're going to bring up is none other than Thick Girl.
Hey, Thick Girl.
Hey y'all.
Is that Marceau in your picture?
Yes, it is. With no teeth. With no teeth. Mm-hmm. Hey, Thick Girl.
Hey, sis.
Oh, you got him there gumming.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So do he wear veneers, or you got the picture with him with no teeth in his mouth?
He didn't have teeth when the show started.
If you can see the picture real good, it looks like he looks like somebody's granddad in a face area.
Are you kidding me? Did he start the show with no teeth in his mouth?
That is correct. He didn't have veneers when the show
started.
Why
y'all going on national TV with no teeth?
Because he didn't have no money. He was
Wait,
smiling.
y'all gotta stop this because y'all know I cannot even laugh due to my about. I can't even laugh this hard. Wait, he didn't have teeth in the beginning.
Yeah,
I gotta go there.
He had some missing teeth. But his teeth was crooked, but he wouldn't smile hard when the show first started. But you could tell because, your mouth is shaped different when you get dentures or veneers. And he got them about the second season. So after he got some checks, second or third season.
All right, Gumby. We're gonna leave Gumby alone.
Gumby. but Thick Girl, thanks for joining us. Let us know what are your thoughts on this episode.
So I would, like you, Shady, was so happy about Candace and them and Ashley finally not gonna be beefing and going back and forth all damn season long, and for Candace to be playing victim and act like everything that the dark skin Candace says is so offensive, and she's just so rude, and everything is so bad because Candace dark skin and she's like, I never understood it. Not gonna try. Mm-hmm. Oh God, these two people. I'm so tired. If you don't give Robin some every time before y'all have a damn scene, you better. Cause I don't know what's wrong. I don't know if she's sexually frustrated. I don't know if she needs to go get her testosterone levels checked. But she needs to get something done because this aggression is ridiculous. Like, girl, then you're going to lie with aggression. How you going to lie with aggression? Like, you still aggressive while you're lying. You cussing this lady out. All you didn't do was get up out your seat that time. You was halfway across the table. What are you to do? Like, Candace and Monique didn't even have this so much aggression, and they had a whole fight. And they were nowhere near as aggressive as you being right now. Like, girl, calm your ass down. Stop playing with us with this wedding. Exactly. She ain't met the right one. Stop playing with us with this damn wedding. We know it's not going to happen. We know that's your goddamn brother at this point. Every time we see you and that man in the scene, he's either leaving or coming. We haven't seen that man literally in a house, in some house shoes and some pajamas. This man actually has a coat on when we see him. Like, what do you want us to believe? Last season, when you ain't want to take a bath, remember he came in the room and sat by the door because he had to get the kids up because although they were homeschooled, your nasty ass couldn't get up out the bed just to go make them stand in front of that computer. Now this season, you talking about a prenup, he laughs at you and walks out the door. Then that last scene, he's walking up to play that fake ass game with y'all, and when the little boy called him a little bench warmer. Stop playing with us. His name ain't on that lease because he don't live with you. Okay? That's point blank, period. Giselle, what we not gonna do is keep on with this stupid ish. Ashley, if just because you just recently left the goddamn predator of the show, what you won't do is try to put that on somebody else. Girl. Why they act like these production like they roll the beautiful being footage each and every time a lie come out y'all mouth. Like, do y'all not know this? Is this something new to y'all? Because I could have sworn they've been doing this in season before last.
They're doing it more now. They're doing a lot of shady production now.
I think they changed production companies as well, so it makes a difference.
It does, and it seems like the production is a little bit more shady than they used to be. But I'm glad they're pulling receipts right away. They're not doing it later because when we get to the reunion, they don't show everything. But I kind of like this. I like that they're doing it in real time. Like, girl, you did it.
I'm anxious for them to address that in the reunion.
Me too. Yeah. I can't wait for this reunion.
But you know, Andy has not been addressing everything that the people want him to address, and people are calling for Andy to be removed from the reunions, especially the black ones, because I don't feel like he's invested. That last Atlanta reunion was horrible. He did not ask the good questions.
It was a Marlo show.
Right. And the more he picks his favorites, more so like on the I see like sometimes on the black reality shows, he more caters to his favorites.
Even in Beverly Hills with Garcelle.
The ones that do his dirty work.
Because he wasn't paying attention to the things that she needed or the things that the fans wanted to.
Yeah, I think after the first 4 seasons of having this black franchise or having an all black, majority black franchise, he should at least had came on with a co-host to try to wean himself out of the scenario and introduce a probably person of color to be a co-host, because we just understand, we're more relatable of the situations, because some things that, and it's not that he's probably doing it on purpose or intentionally, it's just that they don't have the same experience as us.
You know who would be good to host? And we always talk about this person coming back to Housewives franchise. Nene.
No.
Never coming back.
Nene is you know why she won't be good at being a host, and she will never be good at being a host or as far as a TV show host, because she's a star. She's a star. She's the person that makes it about herself. It's always going to end up to be about herself. And when you're being an interviewer, sometimes you got to take the attention off yourself and put it on the other person. I don't think that's a skill that she's mastered yet.
Yeah, she might have not mastered it yet, but I feel like that's why it has to. I feel like if it's not her, then it would be like Cynthia. I feel like it needs to be somebody like that is part of the franchise that needs to I
think somebody separate that.
Yeah, I think somebody separate. Somebody probably in multimedia, somebody who's doing something like that, and maybe a woman. I think not as far as a man. I definitely think a woman would be better as a host, because a woman's going to ask those questions that we want to know, like as far as that
what
situation.
About like Mona Scott?
Somebody that got
someone like that.
Somebody got an actual background in doing this and hosting.
Even the suggestion that Shady had. What's the girl, Nina?
Nina from Love and Hip Hop. I think she does.
I think she would be an excellent host.
I love Nina.
Why not Funky though? Why not Funky?
Funky.Neva, I think, would be a great host, but I think he's too enthralled in the
and he has relationships with.
And I think I want to see a woman, because a lot of times a woman, even though the male could be gay, a lot of times won't have the same. Like a woman's going to ask a lot of those questions, because you're dealing with a woman of color, and I think they should have a woman of color to interview these women.
Not women of color, a black woman.
A black woman, yeah.
But please don't let it be Egypt. Please don't get Egypt.
A black woman, someone to suit the franchise, someone who's going to act, and someone who's relatable and can relate to these ladies. Because, like I said, I don't think
horrible.
What's the girl's name from Atlanta? The other co-host with the Claudia Jordan.
I don't want to be good.
I think Claudia would be good, but
she mastered how to separate.
Because Claudia wasn't a housewife. Claudia came on being
as a friend.
She was a housewife at one point, though.
No, I'm saying that she wasn't.
I thought she was a friend.
No, she was a peach holder.
No, what I'm saying, that wasn't her claim. We didn't know Claudia Jordan. Like, we discovered Nene from trying to be discovered. Nene was trying to be discovered. Claudia was not trying to be discovered. Claudia was trying to collect some coins. So we knew who Claudia was. Like, we knew who Kenya Moore was. We knew who Candy was. That wasn't their end-all be-all. As far as Nene was trying to be a star. So she was always trying.
What about Eva?
They don't like Eva.
I don't think Eva should host. No.
I'm not talking about
Eva, but y'all don't like Eva.
She's not a good interviewer.
But I'm not talking about her franchise. I'm talking about on Potomac's franchise.
I think no, because I think as far as any ex-housewife being the interviewer, no, because they know the ins and outs and they know the nuances of how the vaccines work, who's going to do that, and it may show favoritism.
But Thick Girl, do you have anything else to say before we let the next person on?
Wendy, keep your foot on these heifers' neck. Candy, keep your foot on these heifers' neck, especially Ashley and Giselle, because they are trying it this season. I cannot wait until next scene when they talk about the peen in your ex's mouth, and then turn and say, "Oh my God, you ready to go? I got to go."
Yeah. I
can't
wait.
That's all, y'all. I cannot wait. God daggone, Potomac is bringing the heat. I'm happy. This is only the 5th episode. We done got so much in just 5 episodes. I cannot wait to see what the rest of the season is going to bring. And that is why we need a new host, so that the reunion can be just as good as the season was.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be able to run your clip of the next week's episode when Candace gets Miss Ashley all the way together?
I don't want
You can play it, but you can't play it on the thing. You can only play the audio.
Because that clip alone, if y'all want to see the clip, go up to Shady's page, Shady Room, and look at that clip. Because that clip alone, we could have did a show on that clip alone.
That clip was hilarious.
But I think y'all love y'all. See y'all next time.
See you later.
Hey, girl.
Good night.
Nighty night.
Now we gotta drop by New Orleans and pick up
the No baby.
Yes, Miss Nola.
My daughter.
Hey Nola.
Hey Nola.
My sissy poo poo.
Now y'all know Andy need to let me host that reunion because I get them heifers together.
Are you gonna ask me questions?
I'm gonna ask all the questions.
The way, sis. All the way.
But do y'all agree that Andy doesn't seem invested in the shows anymore?
Yes, I think he's over it. I think he's over it.
He knows that they don't respect him. He said it several times on the Married to Medicine reunion. He's like, y'all feel me? Nobody's listening to me. Everybody's over talking me. Whoa. He's like, he knows nobody. He can't control the room.
But he keeps inserting himself in Bravo as far as the reunion, as far as Watch What Happens. When the ratings aren't that good for Watch What Happens, the show has continued on because it's his show.
True. Yeah. Okay, Nola, I'm sorry. Go ahead, sis.
No, go ahead, Nola.
I just want to sit up here and say how I think it is extremely disgusting and distasteful that Giselle is allowed to do this year after year after year to somebody's marriage. I'm extremely disgusted this year because you want an apology for accusing this man of trying to cheat on his wife with you, insinuate that he was dragging his wife to you. And then you turned around and lied about it 3-4 times, and the audacity.
Mm-hmm.
The audacity. Every time you lie, karma comes back in the form of a ring around your neck.
Mm-hmm.
Your neck is going to be in a chokehold pretty soon from all the lies and the evil incarnates inside of you. I don't know why they are bringing Sharice back with her repossessed champagne room. I don't want it. I don't care about it. Your ex-husband told you give me half. You should have had a prenup like Robin to keep your champagne room, but unfortunately, you didn't. You're lying. You want to come for Karen, the real grand dame, in her institution. And I'm calling in her institution because that's what she called her marriage. Is tired. It's giving Giselle and Robin together couldn't get Karen in her place to bow down to them, so now they bringing on Sharice as a third wheel. And like Karen said, I don't with that woman because I just don't with that woman eating her popsicle, and I'm here for it. I am not here for Giselle, although I am here for her daughters getting her together every time. And while I do believe she's probably been the best mother that she could be, it's very telling how her daughters feel about her in the things that they say. Because if my mama dressed crazy, I wouldn't just go in on her like that online. They don't want her to say nothing at their party. They act like they damn near don't want her to be at their birthday party. It is very, very telling to me. And look at that oldest girl's face.
Grace.
Look at Grace's face. A lot of the times when they have scenes, she look over it. I don't know if she's just over being on the camera or her mama, but it's very telling. It's almost to me they're starting to look and respond to her how they were looking and responding to her in response to her talking about their daddy. They didn't give
it looks forced. It does look forced.
You know what I'm saying? And so, with that being said, because you all will not get the duck and quack out of me, I love you all. I want Candace to stay on their necks. I want Mia to figure out what the hell is going on because it looks like her body is rejecting whatever she done put in it, and she needs to stop lying. It's the litosis why the silicone and the Botox can't sit the fuck right up in her body. She got too many lies up in there and is misplacing the rest of that stuff. That's what's going on with it. It wasn't cancer. Okay, and I'm so glad she doesn't have cancer. But it's the lies, misplacing the Botox. But I think she knew it was not cancer from the beginning. And she knew she was having complications from all that stuff she done did to her face.
It could be that too.
You know what I'm saying? I want them to stand up on their own. I need them I want them to stop going along with Giselle and her bullshit. Because much like Candace, even though Candace did come out and say and expose the plot against Monique and said she wasn't with that right? Even though she did that, I need them to understand you go along with them with that bullshit. You next.
It's gonna come around.
And Robin is gonna come. And Robin, you so stupid. You give undying loyalty to her, but I promise you, it's gonna come a time when it's gonna be your turn. She slowly but surely expose your business, and that's it. I love y'all.
She already done exposed the business and said who making more and who ain't. But bye, Nola.
Bye, Nola. Can I say one thing that I keep forgetting to say? Am I the only person that notices that every show Candace's eyebrows get thicker and thicker and that they all the way down here? Like literally in that one time thing, I kept looking, her eyebrows were literally drawn all the way into her contour line. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? This is her eyebrows.
She got a drag queen.
That's probably mine because my eyebrows be jacked up because my eyebrows always crooked. It's always one up here and one down here.
But yours is not this thick.
So I'm gonna tell you what you need to do, Mace, when you do your eyebrows, because I've been arching and doing my eyebrows since I was like 14. Y'all know I'm 50. So when you do it, do you have a mirror you have the mirror that has your medicine cabinet to the side? So when you do your eyebrows, open that and look
inside.
look, open both of them, and then look, and then you'll get them parallel with each other.
I always thought it was because I have astigmatism.
I know I'm
it can be
lopsided
all.
in the eyes.
It can do with that. Our faces, everything is a little bigger on the one side.
Yeah, because I always like I see crooked. So even if I'm looking like I'm like always lean, like it looks like vision. Sometimes I lean my head to the side to see straight. Like if I lean to the side, I see straight. If I hold my head straight, I see crooked.
Use that mirror. Do the mirror.
I didn't notice her eyebrows. I didn't notice that.
I saw them getting thicker. I thought that she was growing them out. I thought maybe like she was growing them.
Was it within this episode or throughout the season?
This episode, like on the wine, you go look at the part where they drinking the wine. Lily, she drew her eyebrows all the way the fuck down here. But for all season, her
she
eyebrows
was trying to look evil.
thick.
Maybe she was trying to look like a villain.
She might have.
This whole season, her eyebrows have been thick. And I'm like, okay, I guess, because Nene's eyebrows are this thick now. Yes. And I'm like, it's supposed to be a trend. But I don't like the trend.
But they probably bring it back, because what was Brooke Shields? They probably bring it back to like the Brooke Shields look, because when I was growing up, thick eyebrows.
Love her.
That was natural though. That was more natural.
Yeah, that is natural.
I'm trying to grow mine out, but they won't grow back like that.
Girl, we older.
You can shape them up. They don't have to look like
like that.
That's why they got
microblading.
Why do these?
No, that's wrong, because I haven't had my eyebrows professionally done since 2006. So I've been plucking and doing them myself, but they don't grow back like because my eyebrows naturally are thick, but I want them to grow back.
They won't. You pluck them too long, baby. We plucked for too long. We've been plucking our eyebrows. Like I said, I was 14. Probably was 13, but I had diamonds on my face. They were like up here and down there.
Sidebar. I want to know, does anybody ever use Black Betty? If anybody, can you let me know if you ever use it?
I'm almost scared to ask. What is it?
Me too.
Like, I don't even know what that
Black
is.
Betty. It's charcuterie dye.
It's dye for your
charcuterie board.
You can't see. You can't see anything on my charcuterie board to even think about the dye. Only one person.
Yeah, and no, it's like the dye, because I didn't know that you turn gray rapidly, and the gray hair has a tendency not to lay down. Like for some reason, gray hair is stubborn.
It's color dye.
In every area, gray hair is stubborn, because like when you get the gray hairs in your hair, they spring up. They don't lay down. You put all the gel on it, but it just spring up. It does the same thing on your charcuterie.
Well, if you just
get rid of all of the trim it down
to just shave your coochie board.
But I don't want to Caesar. I don't want to. I don't want a buzz cut. I'm trying to. It's winter time. I'm trying to have a thick fro. I'm trying to have it look like your beard.
Oh no.
I'm trying to have
the one lady that goes down on me. The one lady that goes down on me told me that I had gray hair right before she pulled it on out. So
no, but mine is unpull-outable now. It's unpull-outable. They all over. It's sprung. Like the what they say, the rug doesn't match the drapes. The rug doesn't match the drapes, and I'm trying to get them to match. That's why I'm trying to get some Black Betty, but I'm scared to go down there with the charcuterie and use any type of chemical on it. But they say
do have people that will color it for you.
But Black Betty is for that. That they have blonde Betty, red Betty. It's specifically for that area, and I just was wondering, did anyone ever use it?
I don't have any.
I don't want to use it, and then I go use the bathroom. My charcuterie board is in the toilet.
Go to YouTube and look at the reviews. I'm sure somebody's reviewed. Everything's been reviewed. So
I might have to go look up that Black Betty.
I'll pay somebody to take care of that. We don't.
I can't have nobody down to. I'm like.
I don't. Well, I'll have like
you do that anyway. You say just sit there and let him do his business. So
yeah, I got waxed one time. Like I got professionally waxed. It was just real uncomfortable. Like
it is, but like I got used to it, and I'm about to start going on the laser route, and see, because then that means I have to go less. And it grows back even less, if not at all. I don't like it.
Yeah, but I'm moody. Like sometimes I want a fro, sometimes I want a Caesar, sometimes I want a buzz cut. It's like I don't know. You may just drop my drawers and beads is down there. Like you may have cornrow. Like, I don't know that, but I mean, have a little cornrow.
Save me! I'm over here dying. Like I'm over here. Like I'm trying not to get in it.
And I don't know why we talking
about dying in the inside.
I don't know why we talk about Mace.
She has a lot of different elements on her charcuterie board.
She want to put beads
from.
Yeah, it's just with the weather. Because sometimes when it's cold, I'm trying to stay warm. Because I sleep in panties. I don't want to wear drawers. I don't want to wear
winter. Even in the winter, you don't wear.
I wear panties outside, but in the house, I'm just naked. I don't like to wear clothes. Like, don't even come in my room because I'm naked. Don't invite your friends over because they're gonna see a titty. Like, don't. I don't want to wear clothes. I don't.
Mace, please, Nola, get your peoples. Get up.
Let's go ahead and wrap this.
My friend did get a vajazzle one day. She told me she would get it the wax, and she would go get the vajazzles done sometime.
I mean, you still got to take a bath, and I don't know about placing that stuff on your skin. I don't know if that's a good idea.
Y'all have been done scrubbed it off, been mad. Like, I want a refund.
I mean, don't nobody want to go down there and it's like a
and they fucking, but can they sue you? Because if they go down there, and just they eating it up, and they swallow a rhinestone, you know what I'm saying?
Just keep it natural.
No, is you do it at your wish. You should be able to do it at your wish.
But let's go and wrap it up. Cece, what are your final thoughts on tonight's episode?
Tonight's episode, or on Sunday.
Sunday's episode.
Yeah. Right, Sunday episode. It was, the lead up was good. I'm gonna give it that. The lead up was good. The burn session, I feel like that got a little bit somewhere. We kind of know where people are really at and how they really feel. So that, like I said, the lead up is given. And like Thick Girl said, we only on the fifth episode. So it's like we got a lot more going on. We got a lot to unravel. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see this, especially the next episode, because I am really irritated that they're coming for Chris. And I'm not no Candace lover. Like but y'all do too much. Mm-hmm. And the fact that y'all would do that to them too, it's like, come on, y'all. Let's get it together. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next episode.
I agree with you, but at the same time, I can't feel bad for Candace because it was okay when it was happening to Monique, when it was happening to other people.
I'm Team Monique. I've always been Team Monique. So
but how I feel now that it's happening to you, like now they're the worst people in the world. But you knew who they was a long time ago. But it was okay because it was against somebody else. So, what do you think, Princess, about this episode?
It's an episode. They give a little neat nuances. Everybody thinks they hard until it's time to get in the alley and scrap. So I'm ready for Sunday when the real stuff goes down. Mm-hmm. One thing we didn't talk about was Karen saying Mia, like Karen looked like she knew Candace was telling the truth, or she knew that fighting was just a little bit above her pay grade, but she knew the stuff, but she never let the information out there. And so now that they all dragging each other, it's like, damn, I knew that, and I can't believe you actually said that. And Mia said, I'm just not drunk enough for this tea. Okay.
What she said next week. That was a lie. I don't know if she said it this week or next week.
She said it this week, but it's going into next week. And the fact that Robin went to the truck talking about let me put my Uggs on. If you was ready to fight, you would have had your Uggs on when you walked into the place. Okay, so it's all for
check Tisha. That's how Tisha's been dressing to the functions.
Theatrics and dramatics. I'm over the he said, she said. I want to get to being about that action. I know I'm not encouraging people to fight, but I'm about that action. They had a whole bunch of charcuterie boards right there at the winery. Charcuterie boards 3 times through the show. Let's get over the charcuterie boards and let's have some steak and potatoes. We ready to eat.
And I think we're gonna eat next week. It's turning out that it's gonna be a good episode. Mace, do you have any final thoughts on this episode?
I think this episode was okay. It wasn't too much, but like the girl said, we're only in episode 5, and they are giving. They are giving a lot. But I do say to Candace, just to defend Candace on, and I can't believe I'm defending her. I don't think that she liked the rumor, because even when they were trying to plot against Monique's marriage, Candace didn't like it. Candace did blow the whistle and said Giselle was plotting on, and she thought it was wrong. You know what I'm saying? Even if she was in a bad place with Monique, she did say it was wrong for Giselle to sit there and try to say that that child did not belong to Chris. What she was trying to plot that out. So I think Candace is stand up on that aspect. And what they're trying to do to her and Chris's marriage is wrong. Like, I think that's just like wrong. Stay out of people's marriages. You're going just too far. Like, keep it basic. That's going too far. And could become dangerous. Like, people fight over their relationship. So I think that was wrong. But I just can't wait till next week. And I want to see the man that Michael's paying to, allegedly paying to, like, you pay somebody to do the act. Like, I need to see this man.
Well, it's people that pay for what they want. And if you got the money, you can buy what you want.
Right. No, but I'm saying, like, usually people pay to have it done to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to give you $50. You give me a good time. But he's giving the good time and paying too. Like, child, Michael's the bomb.
Some people enjoy giving the good time.
Michael's a good time. One better go
find
Michael take them teeth out and he get the word.
Yeah, he get
Some
like
people
you
are pleasure givers.
Yeah, like, and you're paying people to give them pleasure. That's a switch.
Yeah, people do it all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. So I agree with you guys. I feel like it was a really good episode, but it's going to pick up next week. I want to thank all of you for joining us tonight on the Crown Jewels panel. And I want to thank everyone. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And next week, we are going to be on Cece's page, I believe.
Yeah, God willing.
We'll let you know where we're going to be next week. But
no, we're going to be on my page.
Towards CC page.
No, we put it in the universe.
CC is hosting.
We're going to be on my page. Y'all come to California Kitties page. We'll be right there.
So everybody go over there, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see y'all next week. And y'all be safe. And this has been another episode of Let's Get Into It.
Yes. Good night.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.